So, boom! Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Last night's Champions League. Oof. Oof, I nearly had humble pie in my mouth, didn't I, last night? Oof. Thank God PSG hung on. Oof. What a game. Fantastic game. Aston Villa. I can't say you done yourselves proud because, you know what I mean, you fogged up in the beginning and you fogged up in the first round. But fantastic game. It wasn't a proud moment, but it was a fantastic game. We'll give you that. Barcelona go through 5-3 because they done too much of a good job in the first round. Jeez Louise, to lose 3-1 though away, and then for PSG to lose 3-2. So it was tight. It was tight. It was tight. But, you know, PSG managed to do it and claw their way through to the semi-finals where they will face Arsenal more than likely. Today is the big deal. It's the big one. Arsenal v Real Madrid. That is the big game. And Inter Milan v Bayern Munich. Yesterday I posted that thing about Arsenal, or about the strikers in the top six, and the top gunner said to me, "Is this how you behave the night before Real Madrid?" See, I can't stand top gunners, is what I did my head in. Because on the day of Arsenal and Real Madrid last week, the top gunner was doing nothing but cussing. And it was okay. This is where we're at with top gunners, nothing but contradictions. And that's how we get what we get in today's society. Nothing but bullshit, because you've got people contradicting themselves left, right, and centre. Even Klee last night, when Villa were losing, he was saying, how tasty PSV were, how great they were. This is that 3-0, whatever it was. And when they get a goal back, he's gone, it's come back. And I said, come back? No, it's not a comeback, bro. Just relax, like you know nothing about football. And as soon as Villa got a second goal, he was going, you see, I told you how good Villa were. I said, no. 5 minutes prior to this, you were saying how great PSG were and how much they've improved, and how when Arsenal played them, they were shy. And now when everyone else plays them, 10 weeks later, they're magnificent. This is the kind of thing that we need to get rid of people. We need to eradicate these kind of things from people's psyches, or eradicate those people from planet Earth. And I know it would be boring if everyone agreed, but there's certain things that we agree on. There's certain things that we all disagree on. Like, these things are given. So when you've got someone contradicting themselves within 10 minutes of themselves, that's scary. You see how you get Nigel Farage and Brexit? It's because of people like Klee. That is how you get those kind of things. That's how you get a Brexit. That's how you get Bojo in charge. That's how you get people to take the vaccine. Because they know they're preying on people like Klee. And yeah, Klee did. Klee did. Ask him why he got it. Just so he can go on holiday. So I'm saying it's worrying. And these are meant to be smart people. That worries me. But anyway, back to Arsenal Madrid. So tonight Madrid will be cooking with the roof on, yeah? As we've seen, rice cooks better with the lid on. Inter Milan Bayern Munich is the real game. Inter a 2-1 up. Well, Inter should be through. That is going to be tough for anybody. Whoever faces Inter Milan is going to have a hard time. I'm just worried that it's going to be us. And I don't need that, because I think they've got the low block down to a T. And we all know that Arteta don't know how to handle a low block, or if he can't handle it, it's because we haven't got the resources for it. And the reason why we haven't got the resources, because he opted to buy left backs and goalkeepers rather than attackers and strikers. Because if you look at it, everyone's fit in this Arsenal team today. Does Calafiori start? I don't think he does. So if Cali don't start, Ben White doesn't start, and neither does Zinchenko. So let's do the maths. That is 120 million buff of fullbacks. 120 million buff on fullbacks, and not one of them, because they can't all play. So 3 can't play. So I'm not even mentioning how much we spent on Timber. So I'm just mentioning the 3 that can't play. 130 million buff on defenders that can't play, when we should have just bought ourselves a bad man attacker or striker. Do you know what I mean? So to handle things like Inter Milan, because everyone keeps on saying, "Oh, in Europe they can't handle us. They haven't sussed us out." Well, teams that would have sussed us out would be a team like Inter Milan, and that's about it. Everyone else we can handle. PSG we can handle. Barca we can handle because it's going to be attacking flair. So it's machine for machine. But against the Inter Milan, it's not a machine for machine, and those are the dark horses. That's the team I'm most worried about in the Champions League. If Arsenal progress to the next round, which we should progress. Let me see the potential lineups. So they're again with basically the same team. And so no, Arsenal did Arsenal play with Trossard up front? We didn't play with Trossard up front. Surely we didn't. Do not tell me sorry. Do not tell me Partey is injured. Now Partey should be starting the game. There's no way Trossard is starting. No way. No fucking way. No way. Trossard shouldn't be nowhere near the start. Yep, you heard me. Trossard. Look at this injury list. Gabriel, Calafiori, Tomiyasu. Just forget it. Those three alone. Tomiyasu's missed a whole fucking season. What's the point? Jorginho, rubbish. And then you've got two strikers in Gabriel and Havertz with a combined tally over 3 seasons of probably 30 goals, 30 league goals. I need to do the math. I need to see how many league goals those two have combined over the last 2 seasons. I need to see it. Tyrese, Inter v Arsenal final. That's what we don't want, Tyrese. I think Inter can beat Arsenal. They did beat Arsenal this season, didn't they? Because we couldn't break them down. It was so boring. But they just stuck a bank of 10 and we couldn't break them down. That's what I'm scared of. I don't want Inter Milan in the final. I'd rather a Barcelona or a PSG. I think we can handle Barca more than PSG because I think they're more. I think their talisman is aging. In Lewandowski, I know they've got Yamal, and everyone's like, "Oh, Yamal, Rafinha." Don't rate Rafinha. Yamal, yeah, but he can be stopped. He's not what people think he is. He's only 17, for God's sakes. It's amazing because the best player in the world 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, was Mbappe. Everyone was eating his ass, or Jude. And now all of a sudden they've all been forgotten, and we've got a new toy in town, and the new toy is Yamal. That's the problem with these kids today with football. They just flip-flop and go from team to team. But Arsenal Real Madrid tonight should be a cracking game again. If Arsenal lose, you know it's egg on our face. You know it's humble pie. And if we do lose, Arteta needs a good slap. And all the Arsenal Artetaists need a good slap on top of it if we do lose. And that's football, guys. Football is fine margins. It is a fine margin between success and failure. And when I mean fine margins, we're talking real fine margins. It's really a hair away. It's such a hairline fracture away from success or no success. Because all you got to do is pray it. I mean, look at Leicester when they won the league. That was fine margins. Like, who's Leicester? From nowhere, come and won the league. Do you know what I mean? Everything had to align for them, all the stars. But if you want a real fine margin, we can look at United's treble. Dennis Bergkamp misses a penalty in the last second, the last kick of the game against United. And then United go on to extra time and win the game. Do you know what I mean? That's a fine margin. They win the league by 1 point. This is because one man missed a penalty, missed one penalty. These are fine lines. And even if you put it even more, United were in the Champions League that year, and they shouldn't have been in the Champions League. You know why? Because they weren't champions. But that was the first year, second place, runners-up could be in the Champions League. So I'm saying fine margins, guys. That is football. Football's all about fine margins. Kun Aguero for Man City's first title. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all fine margins. Very fine, very thin. It's crazy. And that's why today, even with Arsenal, people might be thinking, oh, why is he criticising Arteta? Because it's fine margins. If Arsenal lose today and get knocked out of the Champions League, that's it, season done. And Arteta's got to get cussed. And the Arteta out noise has to happen. But if he wins today and then beats PSG and then wins in the final, all the Arteta out noise disappears. All that this has been a disgusting season disappears. You know why? Because he's won the Champions League. Something we've never done before. I mean, it's an easy tournament to win now because there's no great managers really in the competition apart from Ancelotti. And Pep is a great manager, but they're not in the competition. So things are easier today. We can do this trophy. This trophy is losing its prestige a little piece, but we can still do it. We should do it. For me, Arsenal need it to calm the noise down and to shut everyone up. And also, I won't be relentless if Arsenal win it, because there was teams like Liverpool. When I said this cup was easy to win, they criticised and they said it's bigger than the Premier League. But now they've won a Premier League, it's going to be different. You can tell. You just know. You just know. You just know. Arsenal win the Champions League. People say, "Oh, but you've only won one. Oh, it's the new format. It's crap." Anyway, let's not hear that, guys. I'll be back on later on today. We're gonna have a few shows on today. We need to see about the Arsenal, what they're gonna do, who they're gonna play. We need to see if Ancelotti and the hype machine have really built up this Real Madrid team, because everyone said how great it is. The roof's gonna be on, so it's gonna be extra atmosphere. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see. Me, I'm gonna say it's going to be 2-1 Arsenal tonight, just to extend and further our aggregate. And when we do beat them 2-1, I want everybody to eat our arse. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I want everybody to eat our arse. Anyway, guys, man, them Tyrese. Good looking, bro, for coming on so early, bro. You're a real student of the game, Tyrese, to be up this early and on the thing. Love, broski. That's real love. Thanks to the love. Over and out. Over and out.